On the 8th of June, I'm going to vote in my first general election, and I hope you vote as well. But I know that my vote won't make a difference, and yours probably won't either. And that's because elections in the UK are run by an elite club. This club has existed for hundreds of years. Over time, they abolished the membership fee and let some women join, but today it is still a very exclusive club. Nobody knows for sure who's a member, not even the members themselves, but politicians are desperate to find out. If you live in Liverpool or Surrey, where one party always wins, we know you're not a member of the club. If you vote for UKIP, the Green Party or the Liberal Democrats, you're probably not a member of the club. At the last general election, those parties got almost a quarter of the vote, but only 1.5% of MPs. That's because they're not in the club. In fact, chances are you aren't one of the lucky few who will decide the results of this general election. It's because of our voting system. The vast majority of votes are wasted and make absolutely no impact on the final result. The system we use to elect our parliament isn't one national election, it's actually 650 elections, each to elect one MP. In each of these 650 elections, the candidate with the most votes wins. Sounds sensible. But, crucially, the candidate that wins doesn't need a majority of the votes. They need just one vote more than their nearest competitor. That means that across the UK, hundreds and hundreds of MPs, in fact over half at the last general election, are elected on less than 50% of the vote, meaning most people didn't vote for them. In Belfast South, an MP was elected with only a quarter of the votes, meaning 3/4 of people didn't support them and now are left feeling unrepresented. So what happens to your vote if you don't vote for the winner? It's wasted. It means absolutely nothing. Scale this up across the whole country and that's a lot of wasted votes. But that's not all. You also waste your vote if you vote for someone with too many votes. Take East Ham in London, for example. Here, the Labour candidate got 41,000 votes. The next runner-up got 6,000 votes. That means 35,000 people could have not bothered turning up and the result would have stayed exactly the same. So, if you want to be a member of this elite election-deciding club, you mustn't vote for someone who's going to lose, and you mustn't vote for someone who's definitely going to win. But because you don't choose where you vote, it's an impossible task. Now this is bad news for democracy, but it's not just unfair, it also has serious implications for our general political debate. Because politicians know that it is just this elite that decides the election results, their entire election strategy is based on these voters. Every aspect of our politics and society is run in the interests of this elite few. A small number of swing voters in a small number of seats that could change hands. Whether it's campaign visits from the Prime Minister, extra funding for local projects, or policies specifically tailored to this group, massive amounts of attention and resources are spent trying to find out who these people are and sway the way they vote. So what's the alternative? It's called proportional representation. Seats in Parliament should match how people voted. It's that simple. That's what Make Votes Matter, a campaign I helped set up, is fighting to achieve. We want a voting system where every vote counts equally, no matter where you live or who you vote for. If a party gets 10% of the votes, they should get 10% of the seats in Parliament. If you agree, go to makevotesmatter.org.uk to see how you can help out. And don't forget to vote.